and welcome to Self-Care Yoga Nidra this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Liz Joy Oakley. If anyone has any injuries or anything I need to know, guys, just pop them in the comments section so that I'm aware and I can give you adjustments. And I've just added a playlist for tonight on Spotify for you to use if you'd like to have the same music. I'm just going to pop it there again so everybody has that link. And then as we are just getting settled in, make sure that you have a couple of big cushions from the sofa or the bed handy. A little blanket is always good as well for the Yoga Nidra. And if you have books or blocks, they can be really great just for some of the supported poses we'll be moving into. So gather those things on your mat or close by, guys. And then when you are ready, come and settle yourselves just into a comfortable seat. And you can press play on the playlist at any time now just to get yourselves settled and ready for our practice. Cool, so I haven't had any injuries come through, guys, but if anything does crop up or anything I need to know, feel free to just pop it in that chat channel at any time. Otherwise, let's get started this evening. So when you're ready, guys, let's begin by just bringing the hands to the knees, resting palms facing up in acceptance and closing the eyes down. And let's begin by just taking a few calming breaths. So breathing into your nose and letting it go through the mouth. Breathing into your nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. Let's take one more deep breath in and a cleansing exhale out. And this practice is part of our MoreMind program at MoreYoga, which we are offering to help support our community's well-being and mental health more holistically. So maybe your intention for our evening practice could be just to give yourself this space for some self-care, some self-love. So setting an intention for your practice now, with the eyes closed, and taking just a few deep breaths into that intention. Cool, guys, I just posted the playlist again. So when you're ready, blink the eyes open. Lovely. Welcome, guys. So I've had a few comments here. Yes, I will give modifications for pregnancy, Isabella, no problem at all. I've just reposted the playlist, so if anyone else is struggling, I've popped it there again, so you can press play now. So let's begin with the hands just down next to us. And we're going to begin by just straightening the spine and thinking about posture. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up, bring the hands to prayer over the head. A nice long spine. Exhale, bring the fingertips down. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze over the thumbs this time. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Beautiful. One more inhale, long spine, reach it up. And on the exhale, let's bring both hands down. We're going to come and take a stretch and an extension over the left hand side. So left hand extends out. Take the right arm up and over and reach into the side of the body. Now, if the neck is feeling a little bit unsupported, a little bit strained, you can just cup the neck in that top hand, up to you. Looking upwards, so you're looking over that top shoulder and really breathing and extending into that right hand side. If anyone is feeling comfortable to do so, guys, you can even come down onto that left forearm to get a little bit deeper into this extension. And we'll take 3 more breaths, gazing over that top shoulder, inhaling down to the belly, exhaling out through the nose, inhaling down into the belly, exhaling out through the nose. Lovely, one more breath. One more exhale. And now turning the head to look down at your mat, press into that left hand. I'm going to reach the top arm up and just spiral over to the opposite side. So coming into that extension, remembering you can use that top hand to support the neck if you'd like to, guys. Stay there for a few breaths, breathing into the ribs, reaching into the side of the body. Inhaling down into the belly and exhaling out. Inhaling down into the belly, exhaling out. Really nice, guys. One more breath, gazing over that top shoulder. Exhale, let it go. Turn the head to look down, press into that lower hand and reach both arms up to me. Now we're going to come into a forward fold. Isabella, you might like to just open the knees, depending on how pregnant you are, just so you can come into the fold more comfortably. Everyone else, you can just stay in a cross-legged seat. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, come down into your fold. And you can press into the fingertips to get a little bit of an extension through the spine. Totally up to you, guys. Relax the head though. That's the focus here. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, and relax the neck. And we're going to roll the head just a few times from side to side. Lovely. Just taking a few more breaths in your fold, inhaling down into the belly and exhaling out. Nice, guys. Close the eyes down there. And tonight we're going to focus on connection in our practice. Yoga Nidra specifically is all about connecting to how we're feeling in the body and really mindfully relaxing every single muscle as we scan down the body. And we will come to that shortly, I promise. But firstly, we're going to move through just a gentle grounding flow. And I'm going to invite you to connect to how you're feeling in this practice. My name is Oakley. For anyone I haven't had the pleasure of teaching, I specialize in yoga for stress and anxiety. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, guys, this kind of practice is perfect for alleviating those symptoms. So take one more breath wherever you are. One more exhale. And slowly just begin to slide the hands up. We're going to bring the hands to the heart. So bring the legs back into a cross-legged position. And just closing the eyes again. Begin to just connect to your breathing. We're just going to focus on connecting to that breath. Seeing if you can send your breath right down into the lower belly. So if you're drawing the belly in, which we tend to naturally do, let it go. Let the belly soften and relax now. It's safe to do so. So breathing down into the belly, and with every exhale, just letting go of anything that might be on your mind at the moment. Any to-do lists, any worries, any stress, just letting it melt away with that exhale. Just breathing in and out of the nose. No special breath required, no ujjayi. Just a gentle, steady, connected rhythm. And now slowly, just beginning to blink the eyes open. Let's release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze over the thumbs, keep the spine nice and long. And extending the spine, bring the hands down. We're going to come over the knees and into a tabletop. So roll over the knees. Come into your tabletop position, and we'll start by just moving through a few cat and cows to wake up the spine, guys. So wrists under the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide, knees planted underneath the hips, feet untucked, toes untucked. And we're going to begin to move with the breath. And this is a really great way to relax the nervous system. So as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, soften the belly and look up. And as you exhale, curl the spine up, bowing the head. Inhale, reverse, coming into your cow, opening the heart. And exhaling, curling up into your cat. Nice, guys. Move through 3 more on your own, inhaling as the body rolls open, and exhaling as the body closes, as you curve the spine up. Lovely. Last one. Come back to center. So back to a flat spine, when I say center. I'm going to come into a rolling panda. Isabella, I'm going to give you a different option for that, so stay put for a moment. So we're going to take the right hand in front, about 1 palm where it was, and then turn the left hand up towards the heart. You're going to thread that left arm underneath the right and come onto the left shoulder, and then extend that right arm out in front of you. Now there are options here, guys. If you're comfortable on that left shoulder, you can take the right arm behind and take that support away. Your final variation, use that right hand to get there, is to extend the right foot and maybe begin to walk that right foot around towards the left fingertips. And the reason this pose is called rolling panda, it's really easy to roll out of it. So be careful here, guys. See how that feels. Find stability. Use that right hand if you need to, or right arm behind you. So if anyone doesn't feel comfortable in that pose, Isabella, if you're pregnant, a different variation from that is to come down onto the back, and you can come into a thread the needle pose. So you can take the left knee to rest on the right leg, laying on the back flat, and then taking the hands and just drawing that right knee towards you, so relaxing the shoulders. So either of those poses, and we're going to be here for a few moments, guys. So a few moments just settling into stillness in this posture and just breathing into the pose. So starting to just allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to slow down. And when you are settled, once you've found that stillness, just connecting to the breathing, connecting to your breath, inhaling down to the lower belly, exhaling out through the nose. And really finding that connection. So if your mind begins to wander to other places, other thoughts, other things, you anchor it back to the breath. So without judgment, without stress, without pressure, anchoring back to the breath. Really simple. As the mind begins to wander, we guide it back to the breath. I'm going to take just 3 final breaths into this side, guys. So wherever you are, if you're on your backs or if you're in your rolling panda, breathing in down to the lower belly, breathing out through the nose, breathing in lower belly, breathing out through the nose. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Lovely, guys. If you're on your backs, unravel. If you're coming out of rolling panda, come back, and we're going to come onto the knees, so pressing into the palms, and whichever variation you took there, whichever pose, I'd like you to come into a child's pose, and you can use supports here, guys. So you can use supports to prop you up under the arms, or you can bring your supports in completely underneath the chest if that's comfortable for you. Or if you don't have space, you can just come down and press into the hands. Nice. And Isabella, one option for you here, my love, coming into a child's pose when you're pregnant, is to just pop your hands on bricks. Hopefully you're using books or blocks that are the same size, or if you have one, you can bring your hands to rest together. So forearms down. And in our child's pose, guys, I'd like you to close the eyes and ask yourself this question internally. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling physically? Try not to force an answer if one doesn't come naturally. Just Just allowing anything that might come up to come up. Allow space for that answer. We're going to take just a few more breaths here. Breathing down into that lower belly, keeping it soft, keeping it full, keeping it relaxed. And with every exhale, letting any stress, letting any worries, letting any distractive thoughts just melt away. And after your next exhale, slowly come out of your child's pose, guys, and we're going to come into the opposite side of either rolling panda or thread the needle. So 2 options here. So you're going to take the left hand in front if you're coming into rolling panda, about 1 palm. Turn the right palm up so you have the space to thread the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right shoulder. And then extend that left arm out. You can maybe take the left arm round and maybe extend the left foot and walk the foot round towards the extended fingertips. Just a variation, guys. Come into whichever option feels most comfortable. If you're coming in to thread the needle, onto the back gently. Take the right foot to the left knee this time, and then take the hands through that left leg. Drawing the legs towards you, closing the eyes, relaxing the neck, and breathing into your pose. So connecting again to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in down to the belly, exhaling out. Lovely, guys. So keeping that connection between your breath and your posture. And taking 3 more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath. 1 more exhale. And then when you're ready, slowly start to make your way out of your pose, guys, either coming off the back, or if you're coming through your tabletop, we're just going to tuck the feet and walk the feet forwards. I'm going to come into a fold from here, or a dangling pose. This is often called in yin. If you do have bricks, guys, you can use them underneath the hands, or if you have a stack of books, you can bring those underneath the hands as well. So you're going to open the feet to about hip width. Keep a little gentle bend in the knees. Bring the hands onto your bricks or to your lower legs, and then inhale to straighten the back. So still a little bend at the knees. And then as you exhale, come down to fold. Nice. Relax the head. Let everything feel nice and heavy. You can have a play with straightening the legs and see how that feels. But make sure that the head is relaxed, so your neck is nice and long, rather than an arch in the neck that can put strain on those little muscles. So feet open to hip width. Relaxing the head, relaxing the upper body. And we'll take 5 breaths here, guys. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, exhaling, maybe going a little bit deeper now. You might like to catch the elbows and just sway the arms from side to side, maybe bringing a little bit of movement into the legs. Taking 1 more deep breath in, a deep breath out, and then bringing just down in front of the feet. We're going to step the feet back. Come onto the knees. Take an inhale to lift the heart and look up. And exhale, curve the spine. Nice guys, so we're going to take the left foot forwards now. So step the left foot forwards and place the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Place the left hand to the inside of that left knee and look over the left shoulder. So we're gently opening into that left hand side. So looking over the left shoulder, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, inhaling, exhaling. Last few breaths. And last exhale when you're ready. Slowly release the head. We're going to bring the left hand down, tuck the toes, and now lift the seat up into a downward facing dog. So hands are open to about shoulder width. You can start to just pedal out the feet, guys, to relax the head. And just take a moment in your downward dog to check in with how your body is feeling. This pose is always a really good indicator of where might feel tight or stiff, and where might feel a little bit more open. Nice guys, come onto the knees when you're ready, and we're just going to step that right foot forwards and come into that opening pose on this side. So right hand to the inside of the right knee, left hand under the left shoulder, look over your right shoulder and take 5 breaths. Inhaling, lower belly. Exhaling out. Inhaling, lower belly. Exhaling out. Lovely guys, 3 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last breath. Last exhalation. Slowly release the head. Bring the weight into that left hand. We're going to step the right foot back. Come onto the knees. Lower the chest and chin. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, back to our child's pose, guys. So you can use props underneath you if you'd like. You can bring bricks under the forearms. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Just relaxing the head, letting go. Staying connected to the breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last few breaths. Really nice, guys. And after your next exhale, unravel, unwind. We're going to come into a puppy pose. So knees open to about hip width still. We're going to walk the hands out in front and then sink down onto the forearms. You might like a blanket or a book or brick underneath your chin or underneath your head. You might be okay laying your cheek down on the mat. So the knees are open to hip width, arms are out in front, chest is sinking down. And we're really working into the shoulders here, guys. So you should feel a really beautiful opening stretch across the tops of the shoulders here. Lovely. And as we move through each of these poses, we're starting to relax the body and really prepare ourselves to come into our Yoga Nidra practice. I'm going to take just 3 final breaths here before we come into our final pose before our Yoga Nidra. Taking deep breath in. One more deep breath out. And slowly lifting the chest, walking the hands back in, guys. And across the feet, come onto the sitting bones and grab your pillows. We're going to use our pillows to support the back. So bringing your pillows behind you. Grab your blankets and or props. If anyone has any issues with their knees, guys, or if your hips are feeling very tight this evening, you can use books or bricks to prop underneath the knees, okay? So draw your pillows behind you, so they're gonna act as your bolster behind the back. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. Inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, you can slowly just allow yourself to sink back into your supports. Take a moment to check in with the neck. If you like a blanket, you can roll one underneath your neck or use another pillow just to prop yourselves up. Check in with the legs, see how they're feeling, guys. If you need books or props underneath the legs, you can bring something underneath the knees to support you. So just make sure that you're completely comfortable in this pose before we get settled. And then when you're ready, close the eyes, just let the arms drift down alongside you, palms facing up. And allow yourself to just connect fully with your breath. With every inhalation, allow the belly to rise fully. And with every exhalation, allow the belly to empty fully. Beautiful, guys. It's starting to really settle into stillness now. And in our reclining bound angle pose, I'm going to start to practice a 3-part breath. And this is such a powerful breath. I teach this a lot with clients who need support for their nervous systems. It's a really great breath for helping us to relax really quickly. So you can bring your hands onto the ribs. So hands onto the rib cage. And we're going to start to breathe by taking every breath down into the lower belly and then expanding that breath up into the chest, up into the ribs, up into the heart, and then exhaling through the nose to let it release. So beginning to breathe in 3 parts. Inhaling firstly, taking the breath to the lower belly. Then secondly, allowing that inhalation to fill up into your chest, into your heart, and into your ribs. And then as you exhale, slowly letting the breath go through the nose. So in your own time, guys, begin to connect to this breath. Inhaling down, filling the lower belly. Inhaling up into the heart, up into the chest, feeling it fill the ribs. And then exhaling through the nose. Inhaling lower belly. Up into the chest, up into the heart, up into the ribs, and exhaling out. And just beginning to connect to your own rhythm with this breath. So no special count, no right or wrong, just beginning to breathe really fully, steadying the breath. Inhaling down into the belly, up into the ribs, up into the heart, and then exhaling to release through the nose, so all through the nose. Lovely, guys. Beautiful. We'll take just a few more rounds, just in your own time at a comfortable pace. Letting the eyes close if they're open. Letting the shoulders just naturally wrap around your pillows. Just 3 more rounds in your own time, guys, of that 3-part breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And after your last exhalation, just slowly blink the eyes open, come back into the room. You can bring the hands to the outside edges of the knees if you can reach, and just draw the knees together. You might like to just drop the legs one way and then drop the legs the other way. Coming back to center with the knees, we're going to open the feet out to about hip width, bring the palms down to help lift you back onto your sitting bones. Guys, we're going to come into our final posture for our practice today, for our Yoga Nidra practice. So make sure you are warm enough here, guys, because in Yoga Nidra, in stillness, your body temperature will likely drop. So make sure you have blankets or jumpers, and you can either come and lay completely flat on your mat if that's comfortable, or you can use your pillows as props underneath the knees now, or underneath the head. So whatever feels more comfortable. I'm a big fan of props and making sure you're fully supported. Maybe a blanket curled up under the head. I would suggest a blanket over the body or a nice warm jumper. We're going to be in our reclined position for nearly half an hour for our Yoga Nidra practice. So get yourselves settled and laying flat on the mat. And close the eyes down, guys. You might like to just quiet the playlist a little bit for this section. Completely up to you. And some of the incredible benefits of Yoga Nidra, if you have not practiced Yoga Nidra before, it's like a yogic sleep. So it's a really deep, fully guided meditation where I will take you through a very mindful relaxation practice. So we'll scan from the very top of the body all the way down to the toes and relax every single muscle. And you might find that your consciousness drifts in and out while I'm doing this, while I'm speaking. That's completely perfect. If you do notice yourself feeling really, really sleepy, just allow yourself to fully relax, guys. Try to keep listening to the sound of my voice and kind of mindfully paying attention. But if you drift off, don't worry, I'm sure you'll wake up again throughout the practice, and I will ding a bell at the end, so don't worry about drifting off completely. So getting yourselves completely settled, completely relaxed. And I'll just share a few of the benefits about Yoga Nidra. It helps to activate the relaxation response and improve the functioning of our nervous system. So we've been doing that already with the breathing and the movements through our asana practice. But Yoga Nidra can also really help to reduce stress, anxiety, and also alleviate symptoms of depression, and really help to improve sleep. And it can help you to feel more connected to yourself as well, as we connect to the body and how we're feeling. So let's prepare to begin. Laying flat with the arms out next to you. Closing the eyes down. And we'll start by taking a few deep breaths. So breathing into the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing into the nose and out through the mouth. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's just take a moment to connect back to your intention. Just giving yourself permission to be completely present for our Yoga Nidra. Just really giving yourself this dedicated space for some gentle, nourishing self-care. Going to begin by relaxing the expression on the face first. So let's bring awareness to the expression on the face. And as we begin to scan down your body, I invite you to think of your awareness as a spotlight, as we shine our awareness down the physical being. So starting with the muscles in the face, beginning to relax the brow, the muscles behind the eyes, releasing any strain in the eyes, and allowing the eyes to just soften as they close comfortably. Allowing the back of the head to feel heavy. You might like to just roll the head from side to side to find a comfortable position to rest the head in. Shining your spotlight of awareness to the jaw. Softening the jaw completely. And bringing a small gap between your top and bottom teeth. Just connecting to a gentle, comfortable breath now, in and out of the nose. Bring awareness to the lips. Relaxing the expression on the face completely. And starting to slowly shine your awareness to the throat, to the neck. Allowing the neck to relax and feel supported by the earth below you. Letting go of any strain, keeping the neck nice and long. And scanning your awareness over to the left shoulder. So imagining your spotlight of awareness, of consciousness, is resting fully on the top of the left shoulder. Letting the left shoulder soften and relax down into the mat. Feeling supported and held. And shining your spotlight of awareness from the top of the left shoulder down to the left elbow. Just allowing every muscle, every bone, and every cell to soften, to relax, to find stillness. Allowing the left elbow to relax. Just noticing any sensations from the top of the left shoulder down to the left elbow. And scanning your spotlight now from the left elbow to the left wrist. Allowing every muscle, every bone, and every cell to completely relax. Shining your spotlight of awareness now over the left hand, relaxing the palm, the knuckles, the fingers. Allowing every bone, every muscle, and every cell to completely relax. And now scanning your spotlight from the fingertips of the left hand back up into the top of the left shoulder. Just noticing if there are any spaces, any corners, sensations of tightness, of resistance. Allowing the left arm to relax completely now. Feeling held and supported by the earth below. Allowing your spotlight of awareness to travel to the top of the right shoulder now. Allowing your right shoulder to relax completely into the ground, into the earth that supports you. Scanning down from the shoulder to the elbow first. Allowing every muscle, every bone, every cell on the top of the right arm to completely relax. To feel still. To feel held. Slowly shining your awareness down that right arm now, moving from the right elbow to the right wrist. Just consciously paying attention to any sensations that arise in that right arm. Allowing every muscle, every bone, and every cell from the top of the right shoulder to the right wrist to completely relax. Finally, shining your spotlight on that right palm, the right wrist, the right fingers, the knuckles, every bone, every muscle, every cell, relaxing completely. Shining your awareness to the chest, to the heart, and slowly beginning to scan down the front of the body. Relaxing from the throat to the navel, allowing the belly to completely relax, to soften, to take up as much space as it needs to. Connecting to the breathing now. Just allowing the belly to fill completely with every breath in and empty completely with every breath out. Just allowing the belly to rise and fall gently as you inhale and exhale. Slowly beginning to guide your awareness to the top of the neck. And beginning to scan down the back of the body, allowing your spotlight to shine down your spine, relaxing every vertebrae, allowing every part of the back body that connects to the earth to sink into the ground, to surrender, to completely relax. connected to your breathing. If the mind has wandered, guiding it back to the breath, finding that steady, gentle flow of inhalation to exhalation. Allowing the buttocks to completely relax now. Allowing the base of the body to ground down into the earth, to soften, to feel supported. Beginning to shine your awareness to the left hip now. And starting to relax and focus completely on that left leg, scanning down slowly from the top of the left hip down to the left knee. Allowing every muscle in that left thigh to soften, to relax, to release. Allowing the left knee to relax, the kneecap, the back of the knee. Slowly scanning down the lower leg, the left shin, the left calf, down to the ankle. Allowing every muscle, every bone and every cell in the left leg to release, to soften, to let go. Shining your awareness to the left ankle. And finally, beginning to relax the left foot, the left heel, the sole of the foot, the toes. And slowly scanning back up that left leg from the toes to the left hip. Noticing if there's anywhere you feel any resistance, any tension, anywhere you could relax more deeply. Seeing if with every exhale you can let go anymore. It's connecting to the breathing if your mind has wandered. And slowly bringing your awareness, your spotlight, over to the right hip. Imagining you're gathering up all of your awareness into that shining light of consciousness. From the right hip, beginning to relax every muscle, every bone, every cell down to the right knee. So allowing the top of the right leg to feel heavy, to feel supported, to feel held. Relaxing the right kneecap, the back of the knee. Slowly allowing your light of awareness to travel from the right knee all the way down to your right ankle, relaxing the calves, the shins, every muscle, every bone, every cell. Allowing the lower leg to feel heavy, to feel held, to completely relax. Finally now bringing your awareness to that right foot. Relaxing the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the toes, every bone, every muscle and every cell in that right foot. Relaxing more with every exhale. Slowly, just allowing your awareness to gently travel back up that right leg, noticing any resistance, any corners or any spaces. You could relax just a fraction more. Anything you could let go of in the body. And as we gather up our spotlight of awareness, allowing it to travel from the toes up the body to the crown of the head. It's connecting to any spaces that feel tight or tense, anywhere you might still be holding on to a last fraction, a last millimeter, a last cell of resistance. And if you come across any of those spaces, I invite you to take a deep breath into that corner of the body. And as you exhale, focus on letting it go. Finding total stillness now. Connecting to your breathing. Finding a comfortable rhythm from inhale to exhale. Just allowing your entire body to rest now. To completely relax, to let go. If you notice your mind beginning to wander at any point, anchoring your awareness back to your breath. Maybe connecting back to that 3-part breath that we practiced at the beginning. releasing the meditation. Keeping the eyes closed and taking a few deeper breaths into the nose and out through the mouth. Into the nose, out through the mouth. Taking one more deep breath in and a long sigh out. Keeping your eyes closed. Just beginning to move the fingers and toes slowly, slowly beginning to wake up from our Yoga Nidra. You can stay where you are, or you can just roll onto one side and come into a fetal position. We're going to finish our practice this evening with a self-care practice that can be really, really powerful for practicing more self-love and connecting to how you're feeling. And I'm going to ask you a set of questions that I invite you to answer as though you're asking them to yourself, so answering internally. So the first question to ask yourself: I love you for. I love you for. I love you for. I forgive you for. I forgive you for. It could be something from the day. It doesn't need to be huge. Something that will help you sleep more easily this evening. I forgive you for. If I really loved you, I would. If I really loved you, I would. Finally, because I really love you, I will. Because I really love you, I will. Just taking a few last deep breaths. And in your own time, no rush, making your way back up to a comfortable seat, maybe on cushions or flat on your mat. And just bringing the hands to rest back at the heart space. And I'd like to close this practice with a reading that really resonated with me today when I was planning this class. It's from an author and a life coach, Veronica Tugaliva, around connection. And she says, what if each time you experienced an emotion, you acknowledged it, accepted it, and became curious about its message for you? Imagine how this could change your life. Imagine how heard, loved, and honoured you would feel if you really listened to yourself. And with those words in mind, I invite you to just connect back to that final reflective question I asked. Because I really love you, I will. Is there an intention you could set to take with you off the mat, away from this practice, around self-care to take into the new working week ahead? What could you commit to practice more self-care? And when you're ready, guys, let's take a last deep breath into the heart, into the belly together. Exhale out. And when you're ready, you can slowly just blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, everybody. It is honestly such a pleasure to teach and share this practice. Yoga Nidra for me has always been such a helpful grounding exercise, and I've really seen the benefits of it with improving sleep, really helping you to just dial down after a busy day and reconnect to how you're feeling in the body and the mind. If anyone has any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. It's always so nice to know who's practicing together, as we're all working from home, practicing from home at the moment. So if you have any questions, guys, please feel free to ask. I'll be here just hanging out in the chat for a few minutes. So if you had any questions I can help with, do let me know. And if you'd like to connect on social media, my Instagram is Joy Oakley, and I run the MoreMind project here at MoreYoga. So if you have suggestions, questions, feel free to connect with me at any time on that platform as well. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fee. Thank you, Isabella. Oh, thank you, Elle. I'm sorry the playlist didn't come through. Oh, thank you, Pauline. That's really lovely. So strange. I'll share the playlist again now, just in case anyone wants it for any other practices. It's very relaxing, kind of calming playlist, and I have a few on my Spotify that are all open if anyone's looking for new kind of yoga playlists. I'm a big fan of making relaxing ones, so they're all on there. Thank you, Bridget. That's lovely. I'm really glad it's helpful. Really glad. I always think Monday is a good wind down time. And if you enjoyed our MoreMind practice tonight, as we are running more classes on the online schedule this week. We have Yoga Nidra on a Monday evening. We've now just added a Thursday lunchtime class with the wonderful Charlie Granger, which is Elemental Yoga Therapy, which is a new addition, and I'm really excited about it. And on Sunday, we also have a new Reconnect and Recharge class with Callista Nas, who is also a kind of yoga for mental health teacher. So yeah, you can definitely check those things out if you are looking for more kind of mindful and self-care practices too.